my content is not working. It's only friends and family who engage with me, and I'm not getting any buyers engaging with my content. Is that what you're thinking? If that's you, keep listening. My name is Juliette Stapleton. I'm a visibility strategist known as the Queen of Visibility, and I want to give you a good perspective on what's happening on your Facebook feed and what to expect and what's not to expect when you're thinking about how your content is working or how what you're doing is working at all. And there's a few aspects here that I want you to focus on. The very, very first one is your audience. If you only have a bunch of friends and all of those friends are your family, your current friends, and maybe some old school buddies, it's a wrong audience for your content. Of course, they're not going to engage, and only the ones that really want genuinely to support you, like your mom, they will be engaging with you. So you need to constantly grow your friends list. If you're using your personal profile like I have done when I started my visibility journey, and it really, really worked for me, I started sending friend requests. So you have 5,000 people that you can be connected at any time with your personal profile. That's a huge number. And the more people you are connected, and you don't have to reach 5,000 and that's it, because you can always clear some space, and you can bring some people into your group, and some people will never engage with you anyway, so you will always be able to be flexible. But you can reach that number within, say, 12 to 18 months realistically. You can't send 5,000 friend requests in one day. You will lose your Facebook account. But it's important, because when you're connecting to people, especially when you're connecting to people who are sharing interests with you, because when somebody shares certain interests with you, they share some of their worldview with you, and we are creating connections based on sharing the worldview. So you need to make sure that you're constantly expanding, and not just expanding and sending friend requests, but also connecting to people. But that is a topic for another video. The next thing is your actual content. Because yes, you might be connecting, you might be presenting whatever you think to your audience, and they're not reacting. Well, maybe you need to talk to your audience and see what they're interested in, because in anything that we do, whatever we think we're doing and the way other people see us is a little bit different. You probably saw those funny pictures, usually it's a series of six pictures, and they would say what I think I'm doing, what my mom thinks I'm doing, what my friends think I'm doing, what my boss thinks I'm doing, because everybody has a different assumption what we're doing. So when we're presenting ourselves as experts and we have some sort of idea, we use terminology, we want to come across very knowledgeable, we want to come across very educated, and that's not the way our ideal client sees things, because they are not as educated in your niche, in your particular area of expertise. So they will use different wording, they will use different ways of describing what they need. So this is why it's so important to talk to people and listen. So you ask questions and you listen. How do they call things? Use those same words. Knowing your audience is the key. Knowing your target audience, like your ideal client. And you can't just decide who your ideal client is. You need to talk to people and need to see how your particular unique combination of skills that you have can perfectly fit in what these people need, and then learn the way they call their problems and start talking about that. That's why asking questions when people are joining your group, getting people on 10-15 minutes calls, not just coffee chats, that's a waste of time. I'm talking about getting them on the call, asking them if it's okay for you to ask a few questions. And you can ask a few questions. It's not sales calls, it's just literally for you. It's market research calls that are so valuable. Then you can start creating content that your audience wants, because you're using their language, because you're using what they told you that they want. And sometimes, usually with just a couple of tweaks, you will be still teaching the same thing, you will still be serving with the same thing. So that's very, very important as well. The other thing as well is important with your engagement, or how to decide if it's working or not, is the reach. The reach is, this is something that you're missing if you think that friends and family engaging with your posts are not good. Everyone, no matter what, are they going to be potential buyers, or they're just your mom, anyone engaging on your post is great, because every time somebody engages with your post, they like it or they comment, especially if they comment, the algorithm will push your post back up to the top of newsfeed so more people can see it. So that's why it's so valuable to get those people who are passionate about you to talk with you, reply to them, encourage them to engage with you, let them feel validated appreciated that they supported you, and you appreciate this, because this is not about who engages. This is about how long your posts will stay in the newsfeed, because you know what the secret is? A lot of people are not ever engaging with anybody's posts, and they're the ones who will be turning into buyers. So you want their eyes on your content. That's why it's important to have video in your content, because they might not engage, but if they watch, Facebook knows that they like your content, and then next time they will show your written posts as well to these people. And these are the people that will become your buyers, quite likely, over people who constantly engage with you. In my personal experience, I would say 75% of my clients and students were not people who are constantly engaging with me. So remember that, and just the most important thing for you is to focus on consistency. The last point that I want to make in terms of how to approach your engagement and how to make it work is, don't forget call to action. And don't forget that you are here to talk to people and not talk at people. So you want to get them somewhat involved. And there's different techniques, there's different types of videos, not videos, types of posts, types of questions, types of engagement posts that are really, really focused on creating discussions on your posts, polarizing posts, asking them to talk about themselves. So many different ones. By the way, if you're interested, I do have an engagement masterclass with a lot of examples of these kind of posts where I go through them and explain how they work, and you can use a mix of them. So I'll have a link in the comments to this video to that engagement masterclass. But I just want you to, in a conclusion to this short video, I want you to give you a strategy that works every time with your engagement. Focus on growing your audience and consistency. Post various types of powerful content on your profile. Talk to people in private messages. Talk to people to find out what they want to know regarding what you're doing, and create content based on that and not based on what you decide that they need. And visibility is a long game. So the most important strategy and the most important element you have to implement is trust. Trust your journey. Trust, because it's the staying power, it's consistency and quantity of you being in somebody's newsfeed that will turn those browsers into buyers. My name is Juliette Stapleton. I'm a visibility strategist known as the Queen of Visibility. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with others. Give me some like. Let me know in the comments. Give me some likes, I should say, because English is not my first language. But what can you do? This is just a live video. That's what happens. So comment in the comment below. Let me know if you have any questions, or if you have any observations about your engagement, and do you really think it's not working, but have you done everything to make it work? I'm looking forward to getting to know that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.